Raising teenagers amidst a burgeoning new marriage isn't always easy. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez tied the knot on July 16th of this year. We know how Jennifer admire and support each other, but what about their children? Today, we'll share with you whether Ben Affleck's kids hate Jennifer's kids. So stay tuned and let's get into it right now. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez famously dated and were briefly engaged in the early aughts, but it wasn't until 4 collective marriages and 18 years later that they finally got married for real. The pair got engaged again in April of 2022, and the two eloped at Las Vegas on July 16th and set their I-do's at the iconic Little White Chapel after dating again for less than a year. A source revealed to Entertainment Tonight, Jen and Ben's Vegas wedding was totally planned but also private. They wanted it to be a moment they shared together and with their kids and fulfill a fun idea that they shared. To them, it was perfect and a dream come true. It's a romantic story, one that's good enough for the big screen, but fans are curious about whether their kids all get along in this newly minted blended family. Ben shares 3 daughters with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, including 16-year-old Violet, 13-year-old Serafina, and 10-year-old Samuel. And Jennifer has her 14-year-old twins Max and Emmy with ex-husband Mark Anthony. The latter twins were in fact at the Vegas nuptials, as some reports indicated that Affleck's oldest didn't attend out of loyalty to Garner. However, a different source for Hollywood Life claims that the former Batman star, whose character will actually be reprised in Aquaman 2 next year, has developed a good relationship with the twins. According to sources, they don't have one bad thing to say about him. They think he's funny and sweet, and it's so nice for all of them to see Jen so happy and smitten. Ben definitely has their stamp of approval. One source exclusively told that Ben has not only won over Jennifer, but has also charmed her kids. The source further revealed that Ben bonded with Emmy over her sense of humor and her love for music. Emmy was surprised and amazed that Ben knew who Billie Eilish was. What's more is that they say all the kids are good together too. The bond is very strong and genuine. It helps that his kids have been just as welcoming to Max and Emmy because they've all become fast friends. Based on how the kids have been spotted co-mingling both before and after the wedding, it's expected that they're indeed becoming relatively close. In fact, just a month before Vegas, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, and all the youngins were even joined by Jennifer Garner for a school event, looking very comfortable as a blended family unit. Then, the newer version of Mr. and Mrs. Ben Affleck took everyone, excluding Garner, on a European trip at the end of July, and at that time, Violet and Emmy were holding hands like true BFFs, so there's that. Before moving on, if you're enjoying this video, do be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to hit the notifications bell to stay up to date with our latest content. Jennifer Lopez's twins are pretty much accustomed to forging bonds with their mom's partners and their extended families. Max and Emmy were notoriously very close to Lopez's ex-fiancé Alex Rodriguez and his 2 teens, and when their engagement fizzled out in April of 2021, her daughter was seen being very emotional on social media about it. In the wake of his ex's then engagement to Ben Affleck, A-Rod opened up about his relationship with the entertainer with much fondness and respect. He made it clear that they always prioritized their relationships with the kids and kindly added that J-Lo was the most talented human being and greatest performer on earth. Nothing about Affleck, but that's no problem because J-Lo's first husband, Johnny Noah, had quite a lot to say about the Oscar-winning actor's relationship. He suggested that the marriage wouldn't last long because Lopez just loves being in love. Lopez and Affleck first met on the set of their rom-com movie Geely. At that time, J-Lo was married to her second husband Chris Judd, but the couple eventually got divorced in 2003 and Lopez and Affleck went public with their relationship. They got all the media attention and their fans were also supportive. They were one of the first couples that got a hybrid couple name that was Jennifer. Lopez told in an interview, quoting, "I really felt like when I met Ben, okay, this is it." They were considered one of the biggest couples of Hollywood at the time. In November of 2002, they got engaged in a typical yet spectacular Ben Affleck way, as Jennifer quoted. But unfortunately, the couple was short-lived and broke up in 2004 because of a bizarre amount of media attention. they both decided to separate their paths peacefully. Jennifer got married to Mark Anthony in 2004 and had twins Max and Emmy, but got divorced in 2014. Meanwhile, Ben Affleck got married to Jennifer Garner in 2005 and had 2 daughters and 1 son, Violet and Serafina and Samuel respectively. Maybe Bennifer was meant to be, as Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner also got divorced in 2018. Anyways, what is certain is that the married couple will be having a bigger second wedding ceremony, supposedly at one of Affleck's estates in the near future, so all their kids, families, and friends can celebrate with them. Here's to their long and hopefully easygoing marriage while co-raising a bunch of teens. But on a more cinematic note, there's more still to come on the 2022 movie schedule, to include Affleck's cameo in Clerks 3 and J-Lo's turn in the Netflix thriller called The Mother.